Boundaries with money. And how do we detox from money becoming an idol? What if the thing you and I call quote unquote providing or loving is actually costing you the very people you're trying to love and quote unquote provide for? What if money isn't just a tool in the season for your life, but it's quietly becoming the thing you're chasing, thinking about, contemplating, worrying about, have anxiety about because you're trying to prove something? And what if the real detox isn't quote unquote to make less money, but learning how to stop letting money become an idol or become a throne or sit on the throne for you? Today, we're going to be talking about money and boundaries and idol worshiping and what it means to detox fear, proving, detox scarcity mindset, and detoxing this idea of hustle in a sense that we are hustling to get something that we sometimes already have. Because money is important, don't get me wrong, but it is not worth sacrificing your peace or your health or the relationships that you say are important. Hey y'all, Madison Sahmone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan, my BFF, my best friend for real. I'm also a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles. I had the honor of training at Juilliard with School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs. The first of the 450 was led by celebrity trainer Gunnar Peterson, who is known for training the Kardashian family. As a certified celebrity trainer myself, some of my notable clients include Robert Patterson, Chris Tucker, and Amber Riley. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Justin Baldoni, Issa Rae, and Tiana Taylor, to name a few. I share my accomplishments not out of ego, but to honor the sacrifices my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I'm still becoming. So if you're listening and or watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8, a 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here, because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace into this space because we're living in some interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body health because that ultimately is our wealth in microdoses for macro living. Make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause, for a cause, for clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision making. Because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode will offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with, and hopefully encourage you to give yourself grace in this space with something practical, something grounded, and something you could hopefully carry with you. So wherever you're listening from, I want you to turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with someone you care about. And please leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not just a monologue. And if you feel led, please leave a 5-star rating and or subscribe. And please download your favorite episodes. Now let's take a breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. Let's cut the noise. Let's get clear. Let's get ready, set, grow, and go. and let's be great. So, the title for today's episode is What Are Our Boundaries for Money? And how do we detox from money becoming an idol? Now, don't get me wrong, money matters. We need money to survive. We need money for just everything that is important in terms of our senses, right? We need it to eat. We need it for food. We need it for shelter. We need it for bills and medical bills. So I am not demonizing money. This is not a conversation about making money a demon, but we are detoxing for some of us because what money has become in terms of how we relate to it, in terms of our relationships and our habits and our mind. And so the detox question for you and I is money a tool to you, or do we put it on the throne? Or is it on the throne for you? Is it something that you idolize? Is it something that you have a good relationship with? So, part one, money boundaries are spiritual boundaries. And how do we check idolatry and what that looks like? So, the core point is idolatry isn't just the worship of golden calves, it's not the worship of putting something on a pedestal. It also shows up in how you prioritize what is sacred and how you protect what is sacred to you or what you say is sacred to you. And so, prompts you could speak from. Or what are you speaking from in terms of how you prompt when you hear the money word or the response of money? When does money become a source of identity or a source of control or a substitute for trust? And when do you feel safe enough because you have an X amount of number in your bank accounts or in your savings or in your 401k? So, and when was that moment that you realized you were chasing more money instead of chasing peace? And money is a gift, but it can also be a lowercase God, which brings me to part two. Money boundaries are nervous system boundaries. So if you grew up where scarcity was an issue and stress was something that you saw your parents going through, money can mean something different for you. And how does your body feel when you check your checking account? Depending on what season of life you're in, if you get paid on the 1st and the 15th, how do you feel in between those times? What happens to your breath when money feels uncertain? What happens when you lose a job and money is not the same when you got paid on the 1st and the 15th? And do you overwork yourself to calm your anxiety and your stress because you need more money in the bank? Do you overspend? Do you shop out of habit? Do you hoard because you don't trust support or you don't think you'll have enough? So, whatever that is, especially hoarding or stockpiling, those two things can really speak to how you grew up and where you are now. So, if we were to regulate our nervous system, do you think you would make better money decisions? Which brings me to part three, relationship with wealth versus relationship with people. And the people that you say you love, that you care for, that you're working so hard for to make proud, do they get your leftovers? Do they get the least of you? Do they get the stressed out version of you? So, my core point here, many of us are chasing money or status or a title or a position for the people we say we love, but in actuality, because we're hustling so much, they actually get our time when it is stressful and we're stressed out. And so, what does leftover or the least of you, the energy that you're backbiting, you have a temper, what does that look like in your relationships, in your friendships? And are you being present, or are you preoccupied because you're constantly trying to do something or get something to make money? And I know oftentimes when you are a member of a church, oftentimes volunteering, which is a gift, or it should be considered a gift of your time, some people prefer money. And are you paying bills but emotionally unavailable? And are you building a future while neglecting the present? So ask yourself, do we give the least to the people we say we love the most, that we're working so hard for and making these sacrifices with our time? And why do people get the leftovers of you? Because you've placed money potentially over the people that you say you love. So this is a practical reset that you could do. Practical reset number 1, the 15-minute money detox pause. Before you spend, you could ask yourself a couple of questions. Do you feel aligned? Do you feel anxious? Are you avoiding something? And do you love it? And or do you have 2 of those already? Or do you have something that's similar? Number 2, 1 money boundary. Definitely no impulse spending online, no online shopping after 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., depending on what time you go to bed, and no shopping when you're on those particular days, of no impulse spending. And limit comparison scrolling when you're on social media, or even when you're in an app like Poshmark. For me, I know I do that sometimes, but I am very set on I'm selling and getting rid of things, and then the things that I can't sell, I'm going to donate. Number 3, 1 relationship deposit. How often are you making relationship deposits with the people you say you care about? A call, dinner time, walking with someone, or a time block where you're not on the phone, but you're fully present and you put your phone down. I think it's interesting. Sometimes I've gone out to eat and I see a group of people and everybody is on their phone. I'm just like, wow, that is so interesting to me. Number 4, gratitude practice, being grateful practice. So name 3 things you already have that money could never buy, or even the simple things that you sometimes take for granted. Like, I love handwritten cards. So because I love handwritten cards, it's something that I often give to people. And I think my best friend from the 6th grade started that. We started that together. So let's get into the 3 keys and 1 reflection question. Key number 1, money is a tool, and check when it becomes a throne or an idol. Key number 2, scarcity is often a nervous system state, and that regulation can lead to wiser decisions. Key number 3, relationship wealth matters. So don't give people you say you love your leftovers. The 1 reflection question, where has money, fear, anxiety, proving, or scarcity been leading your decisions? And what is 1 boundary that you could set this week, today, right now, to put God and peace and the relationships and the people you say you love the most back in first place? So let's review our key number 1. Money is a tool. Check when it becomes a throne. Key number 2, scarcity is often a nervous system state. Regulation leads to wise decisions. Key number 3, relationship wealth matters. And don't give your loved ones leftovers. Then the reflection question again is, where has money been leading your decisions? And what boundary can you set this week to put God and peace and the people that you say you love back in first place? So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's truly been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And I am so thankful that you continue to give yourself grace in this space with me today. And we've reviewed our key threes in our one question. And so if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that I shared that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with someone you care about. Or leave a 5-star rating. It truly helps this space to grow and reach others who may need it. And before we close, I just want to extend a gentle invitation. If you've been listening consistently and reflecting and want to be a part of a community with like-minded people, please consider becoming a Cut to the Chase Champion Circle founding member. And it's a community that will eventually shape this space and what it will become. And I'd be honored to have you be in that community. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15-minute microdose for macro living. Let's close with one breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central. I'm Madison Sahmone Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase. You're ready, you're set, and we're growing and go. Let's get clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.